Hey, this is Kyle with Constant Woodworks. Hope all is well. Today, I'm making a live edge bench out of the stunning Argentine Osage slab. You can expect some satisfying moments, a couple of tips and tricks, and of course, a few mistakes along the way.
I might just cut this part out.
I went to my local lumber supplier for an unrelated project, and whenever I was there, I saw this Osage slab, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna buy that. That looks awesome. I'm always interested where different wood species come from.
It's very yellow sawdust.
And this Argentine Osage doesn't make you work too hard to guess its origin, but visuals help when your geography skills are as questionable as mine. This wood is native to the tropical and subtropical regions of South America. It spans from Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, Bolivia, Brazil, and all the way up to Venezuela. It's highly prized for its deep orange color that darkens with age and extreme durability. Argentine Osage Orange has been used for centuries in everything from flooring and outdoor structures to musical instruments and high-end furniture. I think you get the gist. It's a solid wood, and the list goes on. But let's zoom out and head back to the shop where I've started removing the thin layer of bark and shaping these live edges with my angle grinder to get a more consistent shape and flow.
Alright, so it's been about 3 days that I've had this guy clamped up.
These pieces were kiln dried before I bought them, but after cutting them in half, I didn't want to risk them warping, so I clamped them up for 3 days to let them adjust to my shop's temperature and humidity. I wanted to strengthen the bench's structure to make sure it stands the test of time, which led me to this idea.
You know, I'm kind of wondering if there's such thing as an H channel. A C channel shaped in the H shape so that it could go across horizontally with the piece long ways, but then at the ends there were two little bump offs. So I guess it looked more like a sideways capital I. Do they make a C channel capital I?
Yeah, they definitely don't. So I ended up ordering 5 C channels in total, which I'll be coming back to in a little bit.
To get these guys squared up, I gotta mark a line cutting, because you can see this piece is extra crooked. I just gotta shave a little bit off. I want to take off the least amount as I can. Alright, so I'm thinking that this is gonna be a pretty simple build. Well, I already have half of it done just from cutting it in half. Because the back of the bench comes down at an angle, I gotta find that angle, and I think I'm going to be cutting the back end. I want to get it so that the live edge will come over this, so that this part's pretty much invisible. To do that, I gotta cut it at an angle. So I'm making a little jig right now. It'll be one piece on the top, one piece on the bottom, and then a piece on the side here that will secure both in place. I think you get the idea. Huh.
Yeah, and then I had to do the whole bump, 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 bump. After a while, clearing this section out with my chisel and one more, it was done.
Yeah, that worked. Just kind of looks like it flows better.
After using my router with a flush trim bit to clean up the edges of both pieces, I began making an inlay template to use for these legs. Making these templates feels a lot like doing taxes. It's necessary and worth it in the end, but somehow just as soul-draining. It's like watching a celebrity get called an astronaut after spending 10 seconds in low Earth orbit. A weird mix of progress and regression all at once.
I gotta sing in space.
So I got the routing for the bases done yesterday. Yeah, it's got a nice little house to sit in now. I gotta orientate the back piece on here. I think it's the best case scenario for it. I tried the other way. I'll show the pictures, but I think with blending it and trying to make the top look level, this is the best route to go. So yeah, I'm gonna take it and get to routing. So I made this little template for it, and this thing slides right in there very nicely. So now, like what I did with the base, I'm gonna route out this little portion so that this can slot into it. So I finally got the last of the C channels. As I was measuring and planning out where these would go, I realized I should explain the why I'm doing this for those who might be looking at this like, why is he doing that? You see, what I'm trying to prevent with this centerpiece right here is any warping that would cause the piece to go down. With people sitting on it over time, it would have the tendency to bend and bow downwards like that. The two sides are to prevent warping that would be like one side being pulled up and the other side being pulled down, so that it doesn't go like this, pretty much. So this is just essentially a massive clamp that you're permanently installing on the piece so that it doesn't move around and warp in ways that you wouldn't want it to warp. I'm gonna get to routing. I'll be right back with y'all. All right, I think that turned out pretty good. Damn, get in there, boy. All right, it's workable. I finished the routing for the C channels. It took a hot minute, but this should prevent any of that, like, I'm gonna round over the edges and get to the sanding.
After spending more time than necessary on that transition, and after a bit of CA glue, I proceed to share this with you.
The reason why CA glue is so nice, I just hit it with the accelerator spray. It's already hard. It's very nice. Okay. On to the next thing. I also completely forgot about these little knots that are on the top side of the bottom seat piece.
This Q-tip-esque detail sander made the inside of the knot look a little better.
This little knot here that I dug out, I'm gonna do something a little different with him. I'm gonna take him in, I'll show you what I mean.
Jelly bean.
So because this is on the top side, I want it to look better, and CA glue can be for larger cracks and knots. So I'm gonna use this UV Cure clear resin. It'll be better clarity than just using straight up CA glue. Just tried to put on a third glove. I wish I had 3 hands. Okay, I'm just gonna slightly overfill him a little bit more. All right, I think, yeah, that'll be good. Now that I have those knots taken care of, it is time to do the final sanding. I'm gonna be hitting the sides first, and then I'll be moving to the tops.
After a little bit of this and a little bit of that, I was ready to water pop these bad boys. Water popping raises the grain, so the final sanding leaves the surface even smoother, and more importantly, it helps the finish soak into the wood more effectively.
Look at that color. That's so cool. I guess I really shouldn't have put it in the open gaps. I'm just gonna do a quick little wipe off right here. Gosh, that color is insane. One day, I plan on making a table or something consisting of every wood known to man, or at least the ones that I can legally obtain. Oh, look at that. I think they're good. Let's flip it over and do the other side real quick.
I let them fully dry out overnight until the next day when I came in and decided I'm gonna take them out, I'm gonna start sanding, drilling for the C channels. I'll keep you updated. After dotting I's and crossing T's for the to-be-installed hardware, I ran into an unexpected hurdle.
I was about to start drilling for the base. Big thumbs down to this company. What are you doing? What's going on here?
So with a bloody nose, courtesy of my DNA and some gloriously dry winter air, I still managed to make quick work of it. Granted, the real-time sink was doing these bolt hole modifications because, of course, the pre-drilled holes were too small for the bolts I was planning to use to connect everything.
Alright, I'm happy that the drilling's done. I got all the threaded inserts in. Gosh, you think if you're a company that sells metal legs, you'd think that you'd make them symmetrical. Maybe this company's just trying to be different. Just like, we're not gonna be symmetrical. I'm tired.
I came in the next day, finished the last round of sanding.
My light broke. I think the bulb went bad. So that's kind of sad.
Made sure everything was lined up.
Bueno. Bueno.
Which it definitely wasn't.
Maybe not bueno. I'll be right. This thing is really nice, and I also hate it with a burning passion. It's a weird relationship.
So after a few quick fixes and this realization,
this is undoubtedly the highest number of threaded inserts I think I've ever installed or put into any one piece.
It was finally time for the finish.
Because this color is so orange and it's kind of oily, I'm going to be wiping these guys down with some isopropyl alcohol. Specifically, 99.9% medical grade isopropyl alcohol. If you were curious, I'm using ISO instead of mineral spirits because after you wipe down a piece with mineral spirits, there's a very slight oily film that is left behind. I know what I said in the last video, but I'm gonna be using Rubio again. The accelerator. It's not so nice to skin because I've reacted to it now twice. I'm just gonna be using the oil. Apparently it's just a difference in cure time. With just the oil, it's supposed to be 2 weeks. So we'll get to it. I'm gonna get the C channels on real quick. It's a bad bolt. Oh, do not tell me I just stripped that. Nuh-uh. I might just like cut this part out because these things always go super smooth. Ooh, there's never any hiccups. I wonder how much weight I just added to this guy. Probably some weight. Why is it gotta be so messy? Messy. Break out into a southern accent that I don't have sometimes. Only you guys can see what I'm doing with my arms right now. I feel like a paraplegic. Paraplegic of wood finishing. I already hate myself, you don't have to. Alright, it is the next day. They turned out pretty good. So I'm just gonna fill you guys in real quick on the next steps, which there aren't really too many. Since I only used the oil without the accelerator, it does increase cure time, and that's gonna be closer to 14 days based on the relative humidity and temperature in the shop right now. So in the meantime, I'm gonna find these guys a very nice home where they can sit, chill, and cure in peace to get the oil all soaked up into the wood. I'll be back with you guys in 14 days. And then I got impatient and put it together. It's been 10. 10 days is enough. Boom. Et voila!
Look at that. It works like a bench. I think in the future, if I do try to get more of these legs, I'm gonna try to find someone who can make them much better. Full cast iron instead of what this material is. Not saying it's bad, but it could definitely be better. But for right now, it's good. And with that, peace out, Girl Scouts.